So it's very important for our Qigong practice to have a good standing position. So let's take a look at how we can stand properly, and so that we can integrate this into our practice later on. So start by placing the feet parallel, just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And allow yourself to bend through the knees, unlocking the knees. When the knees are locked, we don't feel the energetic connection with the earth. And so the energy from the earth won't be able to flow and nourish our bodies. Allow the pelvis to tilt forward, as if we're tucking the tailbone in between the legs. The tailbone is the bottom part of our spine. And allow all the weight to be evenly balanced on all the different parts of the foot. The toes, the balls of the feet, the sides, the heels. So find this good standing position and feel yourself relax. Feel your weight just sinking down to the earth. So we're finding this ideal balancing point so that we can really just let the weight sink down, surrender to the earth. Bending through the knees in the beginning is quite tiring. So if you feel tired or if you feel pain, just come out of the bending position. You can just come with the knees straight. You can rock back and forth on the feet in between the exercises. Or you can just get out of your structure and shake your legs loose. So we're coming back into our standing position, feet parallel, tilting of the pelvis. And I want to invite you to just place one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, over the heart. So we've now looked at how to stand properly. Now an important element is the breathing. So how are we breathing right now? Where are we breathing? Feeling with our hands on the chest and the belly. Do you feel yourself breathing more in the belly? Breathing more in the chest? And I want to invite you to do a good way of breathing, which we can use during our Qigong and meditation practice. Just breathing into the belly, breathing into the chest, and then relaxing the breath from the belly and the chest. So we're inhaling, first breathing into the belly, then letting the breath fill up all the way into the chest, and relaxing. So do this a few times in your own rhythm. Feeling yourself relaxing every time, even deeper on the out breath. Every time relaxing deeper, still feeling the connection with the earth, the feet on the ground. And now I want to invite you to just allow a gentle smile to come on your mouth, so that the corners of the mouth really come up. And now we're breathing in the belly, breathing into the chest, but keeping our focus on the feeling from our heart area. And we're smiling down into this heart area. While we're smiling, we're feeling into this area, and in this way we're making a connection. And you can just take a moment to visualize, think, remember a memory of a person who gives you a genuine feeling of love and appreciation. Maybe a loved one, a family member, a child. And you just imagine this person right in front of you. And you're smiling out to this person. And as you smile out, you see this person smiling back to you. And allow this feeling of love and appreciation, allow it to be generated from your heart. Feel it coming out of your heart. And the inner smile, this act of smiling and feeling a certain part of the body at the same time, is something that we will be repeating during our Qigong and meditation course. Because we can really connect to any part of the body with a smile. And it will allow the part to relax, and it will allow the energy to flow there. Because the heart is a great generator of energy. So let's just allow this loving energy just spread throughout the body. So I want to invite you now to just completely come into the moment. Any ideas, emotions from the past, we can just let them go. We can just say, thank you, for now I am making an intention to come into the moment. Any ideas, emotions of the future, just letting them go. And just feeling that we are here, feeling into our bodies in the present moment, standing on the earth, the heavens all around us, the body being a bridge between the forces of the earth and the forces of the heavens. And we can always do this before our Qigong practice. Just tuning in, just taking a moment to come into the present moment. So we've seen in the previous theory video that it's very important to warm up the body before doing our Qigong and meditation practice. This so that blood can flow more freely through the body and so that the life force energy can be activated. And so let's do a really nice piece of Qigong to warm up the body. This one is called spinal cord breathing. So let's find a good standing position. Again, bending through the knees. Feeling the connection with the earth. And let's just bring the arms forward, sinking the chest back, the shoulders, the muscles of the shoulders, the upper arms relaxed. Breathing in, bring the arms back, and breathing out, bringing the arms forward. We breathe in, bring the arms back, bring the chest forward, the chin in, and breathing out, sinking the chest back. Breathing in, and out. So we're also going to add the pelvis in this movement. As we breathe in, the chest comes forward, the pelvis comes back. Breathing out, the pelvis comes forward, the chest sinks back. In and out. And so in this way, as we're moving the pelvis, we feel an opening of the front side of the body and the back side of the body. Breathing deep into the belly, letting the breath fill all the way up into the chest. Breathing out. Feeling into the spine. Feel the spine opening up. Smiling. Allowing that gentle inner smile to just connect with the spinal cord. And we're breathing as deep as we can. Breathing all the way in. And waiting until the breath just comes out by itself, and then following this breath with the movement. Waiting until we've breathed all the way out. And then allowing the movement to follow the in-breath. So in this way, the movements we're making are just following the natural rhythms of the breath. And just feel yourself coming into a flow. Very nice with the Qigong practices that we can just feel it happening almost by itself. We're just coming into this flow. In the beginning, with all the new instructions, we were thinking a lot about if we're doing the movement correctly. But as we practice more regularly, the exercises will become easier and we will really be able to just go with the flow. So then we can just relax and bring the hands over our navel. Breathing there. So let us introduce a breathing exercise that we will repeat regularly in the course. This is called abdominal breathing, also known as fire breathing or Bhastrika from yoga. And so as we have our hands on our belly, we're just feeling into this area, under the navel. And with this breathing exercise, we're going to make rapid movements with the abdomen, really pushing the air out on the out breath in a quick motion, and then just letting the breath fill back in automatically. So all we're doing is really focusing on the out breath and just letting the breath come back in by itself. If you have your hands on your abdomen, you should feel that the hands move inwards as you breathe out. And the hands, they're just relaxed. We're not moving the hands, we're just supporting the abdomen with the hands. And let's just do this together 30 times. And then we just relax. Let the breathing happen naturally, let it happen by itself. Closing the eyes. Feeling into this area which we have just activated. And if you feel any pain or discomfort while doing the exercise, just do it less in the beginning. It can be that you feel slightly dizzy after doing the exercise. And this is normal in the beginning. After regular practice, you won't feel the dizziness anymore, and the pain and discomfort will also go away. Now we're just smiling down into this area. It can be that you feel a warm sensation, especially doing it after multiple times. During the practice video, we will be repeating this regularly. It's a great exercise to activate the dantian. And we've introduced the dantian in our theory video. The dantian is the area, our lower belly center, an energy center, where life force energy can be activated by doing this breathing, for example, and where it can also be stored safely. So let's get a sense of this lower dantian area, because for everybody it's unique and different. But a way of finding it is by just breathing deep into the belly and getting a sense of where the breath expands and contracts to. A point from where with the breathing we feel it comes in and out. Located behind and below the navel, in the triangle between the navel, the kidney center point, also called the gate of life, and the sexual center located in the prostate gland for men and at the top of the cervix between the ovaries for women. Smiling down into this place, connecting that smile with the felt sense in this area. So we've now activated some energy into this lower belly center, our dantian. An energy center which is important to activate energy, as we've just done in the breathing exercise, and also to store energy. And when we feel into this place during our Qigong and meditation practice, we get a greater sense of balance, a greater sense of relaxation. And we can also take this with us in daily life to come out of our thinking head, just sink down, smile down, feeling into our dantian. Let's just place one hand on the navel, one hand on the lower back, and let's get a sense of our dantian. I get a sense of how it feels to be present in our dantian. So we're breathing down into the belly, we feel the hands moving with the breath. And there is a place from where the breath expands and contracts. Feel from where this breath expands and contracts, a point in between, just a bit lower than the navel and the lower back. And now we're feeling into our dantian center. And you can feel this breath expanding on the in-breath, contracting back on the out-breath. And just concentrate in this area. Bring your awareness down to this area. Every time you get an idea or emotion coming up, just come back to feeling, breathing into this lower dantian center. So I want to invite you to do a little exercise to get a sense of this life force energy. I want to invite you to just bring out the left hand and just feel, imagine as if a feather is stroking from the tip of your thumb to your wrist, back and forth. Really feel as if the feather is stroking over your finger. We do the same with the index finger. From the index finger to the wrist and back. Back and forth. It can help also to close the eyes every now and then, just to get more into the feeling in the body. We feel as if this feather is tickling the finger. We do the same thing with the middle finger. From the tip of the middle finger all the way down to the wrist, back and forth. We do the same with the ring finger. And with the pinky finger. And we just let the left hand rest by the side. Bring out the right hand. And we do the same thing. Feeling as if a feather is gently stroking from the tip of the thumb to the wrist, tickling the finger. Just really concentrating, focusing our awareness. Doing the same thing with the index finger. From the tip of the finger to the wrist, back and forth. The same with the middle finger. With the ring finger. And with the pinky finger. So maybe you might sense a slight tingling sensation in the fingers. Maybe you feel something moving, energy moving in the fingers. Maybe you feel nothing at all. With regular practice, you will start to feel different sensations. Where our attention goes, energy flows. Remember this. And the longer we spend doing this during meditation, Qigong practice, the longer we focus on a certain part of the body, at one point the energy will flow there. Let's bring the palms of our hands in front of us, facing each other. Just relaxing the shoulders, standing in a good standing position, feeling the connection with the earth, feeling as if there is a ball in between our hands, a heavy ball. And we're really doing our best to keep this ball from falling to the ground. Feel the weight. And we feel the ball getting lighter and lighter. Until the ball becomes weightless and it's just a ball of light, a ball of energy floating in between the hands. And we can slightly move the palms slowly closer and further away from each other. Keeping our awareness, our felt sense in the hands. And at the same time feeling this ball in between our hands. And maybe we feel that the ball has a slight resistance, as if there's a magnetic force in between our hands where we slowly bring the hands together. And we feel a slight pulling sensation when the hands are taken apart. So maybe you feel a slight sensation of energy. And the palms, they are channels for this life force energy. And so we can just finish by feeling again back into our Dantian center, gathering the energy there. So let's just bring our attention down to the lower Dantian. This place in between the navel and the lower back, from where we breathe in and out, from where the breath expands and contracts. And it's very important after our Qigong and meditation practice that we store the life force energy in our lower Dantian center, in our lower belly center. When it is stored in our heart, we can become overly emotional. When it is stored in the head, we can start to overthink. When it is stored down in the lower Dantian, there's not so much energy used in thinking. And so there is more energy that can be used for the rest of the body. And you can sense this, a deep relaxation when you're breathing down into the lower Dantian, feeling into that place from where the breath expands and contracts. And we can gather energy in the center just by feeling into it, by smiling down into it, in this way making a connection. And we can also feel as if the energy is spiraling into the navel. We can use the hands to make small circles. Just about 30 times. And at the same time feel as if energy is spiraling into the navel. Under the palms of the hands, we feel everything being gathered. And then we can spiral in the other direction. Also 30 times. Feeling this energy being condensed, spiraling into the lower belly center. And as we finish our circles, they become smaller and smaller until we just come to a still point over the navel.